Told
And
you.
like I said, I think I remember you came up to me in the cafeteria one day and you was like, "Hey man, I'm about to get the pod back started."
Yeah.
So I guess you had the podcast going back in the day or whatever, and you said, "Hey, I'm about to get the podcast started." People come up to me all the time. They got mixtapes, they
Yeah.
got albums that they about to put out. A lot of rappers. So I'm just like, okay.
Five guys, that was me trying to cope with depression. Shout out T-Rat, Tricky and Savvy. Know they coming if I send on the Addy. See, we just living by the code, no capping. Yeah. It's more than a podcast, it's a life hack for a lost soul that was on the verge trying to figure how to get their life back. Real talk. See, you got a voice on this podcast. You can be you on this podcast. Educate all the youth on this podcast. Elevate me and you on this podcast. That's the reason we here, okay? It's family and friends, okay? Be real, you ain't gotta pretend, okay? Okay.
All right, what's up, everyone? We're back on a very special episode of the People's Podcast, Line for Line. I'm not going to say I'm the hottest in the city or number one. I'm just the podcast in the city. I got a very special guest in the building today, someone who was there for me like when I first started this and been there the whole way, send him all the stuff I'm working on, try to get critique from him and all that, too. I got my guy Kevin in the building. Kevin, what's up, bro?
Not much, man. How you doing, man?
I'm hanging in there, bro. How you feeling today?
Good, man. Just got back from my daughter's basketball game on a good Saturday. I'm feeling good, man.
Yes, sir. Man, tell me
Yeah.
something else good, man.
It's an honor and a pleasure to be here, man. It's been a long time coming.
Yes,
So,
sir. Yes, sir.
I'm honored to actually be here physically, in this chair right now on the podcast.
I see you got that Line for Line hat on,
I
my
had
guy.
to represent. I had to
Hey,
represent.
my dude,
what
I
I'm saying?
see you.
Long time fan, long time supporter. So I had to come and bring this merch with me.
Yes,
You know
sir.
what I'm saying?
How does it feel to finally be in the studio? How does it
Man,
feel to take all this in?
This is nice, man. I'm telling you, it feel like I'm on Joe Budden or something like
For
that,
real?
man. It feel like this big time, dude. This is
Man.
real nice.
I'm just trying to work hard, man. I'm just a man trying to come up. That's all I'm doing, man.
Hey,
Just
well,
trying
you're
to work
doing a
hard.
little better than coming up.
Yeah,
I feel like you already there, man.
Yeah,
for real.
man. I remember you was actually one of the first people from work. You know what I'm saying? For people who don't know, I met him at work. We're friends
No
from
doubt.
work, But I remember you were one of the first people I came to. I was like, man, I'm revamping my podcast. Because when I first started the podcast, it was just strictly
Yep.
audio. But then I was
Right.
like, I got to get cameras because I want to go on YouTube.
Yeah,
And then
I remember that.
That's what I told you.
Like I said, I think I remember you came up to me in the cafeteria one day and you was like, "Hey man, I'm about to get the pod back started."
Yeah.
So I guess you had the podcast going back in the day or whatever, and you said, "Hey, I'm about to get the podcast started." People come up to me all the time. They got mixtapes,
Yeah.
they got albums that they about to put out. A lot of rappers. So I'm just like, okay, all right, man. Finna put the pod back together.
Yeah.
Wish you all. Obviously, I wish you all the best and everything. But I just never imagined that it was gonna take off to this point. You know what I'm saying?
Just
So
watch your word,
I'm-
man. Don't
I'm-
say take off. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I'm still here, man. Now you got me feeling like my podcast something special, bro.
you,
It's like,
you had like what Omar Gooden on here, man.
Yeah.
You major, bro.
man,
for real.
I appreciate that, bro.
We
For
all
real,
are
for real.
our own worst critics. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But you doing it for real.
I think with me, why I'm so hard on myself is too, and I'm not trying to be all emotional for everyone too, but growing up, I never had that like from my parents, like, hey, good job, or really pushing me or anything like
Right.
that. I didn't really have active parents in my life like that. Like I said on my episode of me with Dr. Montemuro, I was actually adopted as well too, so I
Okay.
never met my biological parents, and my parents were older already as well too.
Okay.
So I didn't have those like active parents teaching me to play sports and just
Right.
hands-on when it comes to school and stuff like that.
Okay.
So I never had that, oh, I'm proud of you, or great job,
Definitely, yeah. That support is
yeah.
big. So when you got people that's behind you, that's supporting you, you know what I'm saying? That does a lot for you.
Yeah.
I actually didn't know that about you because
For-
I kind of got a similar upbringing as well. I wasn't raised by my mother or my father either.
Oh, no.
I was raised by my great aunt and my great uncle.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, my mother actually left me and my sisters when I was like 9 years old.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So it kind of worked out for the best because to be honest, I felt like we got a better upbringing growing up in my great aunt's household than we would have if we had stayed with my
Yeah,
mother. So
yeah.
it was kind of like a blessing in disguise. But I didn't know that about you. So
Yeah, man.
that's cool to
Yeah,
it's
my
cool to know,
my life
man.
is nothing short of like easy. You know what I'm saying? Like everything I ever got, I had to work hard off. I've never been that silver spoon guy, or I never had that parents or support system that
Right.
helped me when I needed help. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I tell people this all the time right now. Like if I were to lose my job or whatever the case may be, I don't have mom or dad or grandma, grandpa, aunt, uncle.
Man, bro,
hey, can you
I
guys-
feel the same way. I feel like I don't always have that safety net either. So I have to grind. I don't have a choice to fall back. I got people depending on me. You know what I'm saying? So I got to get out there and make it happen. So I totally understand what you're saying.
Facts,
my great aunt who raised me, she passed away like 2 years ago.
I'm sorry to hear
and,
that.
And it's all good. And my uncle, he passed back in '98. So
98, I was like 5 back then. So you bringing me back.
Yeah, so it was a while ago, you know what I'm saying? But those are the 2 people that raised me and, was instrumental in bringing me up. And, were you raised by like adoptive parents or
adoptive
okay.
parents?
They did a good job though, man. You turned out good. The first time I met you, like just your whole energy, it was good. I remember I think I was in like your department fixing the computer or something. The first day you came in, and you had a certain aura about you. It was good energy. You know what I'm saying? So I knew you was a good dude right when I met you.
I appreciate that, bro.
So they did an excellent job in raising you.
Yes, sir.
Man.
And like I said, I tell people this a lot of the time too. Like I think what like kept me like focused on like that greater goal was because what was around me. It's like this is not how I want to live my life. I don't want to be exposed to this stuff like as I'm older. I don't want to live my life this way. So like, I tell people this all the time. Like I didn't grow up in the best situation, but it was the best situation from God for me to be in. Because if I would have stayed like where I was, who's to say how I would be now, what I would be into now as well too. So I'm very thankful for that opportunity as well too. Because you have to use like your experiences as life lessons,
Right. Yep.
And as African American men, bro, it's already hard for us already. So
definitely
got to grind hard.
So
with
you
that.
got to go extra hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I also try to take that into like my parenting as well, because knowing that I didn't have my biological parents there for me, I try to go extra hard for my kids. You know what I'm saying? I try to be like I'm making sure that I'm there for them. 24/7. I'm there, and I see that with you a lot too.
Yes, sir.
I know you were very active in your daughter's life.
I
as well.
appreciate that, bro. For real.
So yeah, man.
And what's crazy is like it's funny that you said that because I remember she obviously just started playing sports this year, so she started off with soccer. And just being able to go to those games, because obviously, I do the camera. So I'm out there with my camera, making little videos for my daughter. I was like, man, this is what this feels like. Because I wish I would have had that when I was coming of age. Because like I said, I didn't have those hands-on parents or stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's like so crazy that I get to give it back now. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, okay, I didn't have the best childhood now, but now I'm a parent. So it's like, now what you going to do with it? So so you can talk all that stuff like, oh, I didn't have that best parent. So now it's your turn. You're up next. You're under the spotlight now that you have a parent,
Exactly.
Not that you have a child, excuse me. So it's like, you got to go hard.
You're
now,
like, I'm giving you everything you need.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear no excuses. You got everything I had and then some.
Yeah.
So I don't want to hear no excuses.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
And then you have 3 kids, right?
Yeah. I got 3.
Do you have sons?
I have 1 son.
You're lucky, man. You're lucky.
I have 2 girls and 1 son. My son is my middle child.
Hey, that's what's up. That's what's up. How does that feel just to have that son and see that younger version of you?
It's cool, man. It's real cool. And what I like about my son is he's a lot of the things that I was into growing up, he's not into them.
Oh, for real?
No, he like when we would buy him like Jordans and stuff. Like actually, I bought him a pair of Jordans probably about 2 months ago. He wears his Vans over his Jordans.
Hey.
Me, I was into, I wanted to wear Jordans. I wanted to wear Nike. I wanted to wear, he's his own individual. You know what I'm saying? So it's cool getting to see him walk his own path. But still taking the values and the things that you instilled in him, along with him on that path. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a good kid, man. He don't give me no problems. He's awesome, man.
Bro,
so it's cool.
Yeah. What's funny about that is, I saw, what was it? Like, it was just a couple of weeks ago. I was like, asking my daughter, I'm sitting there showing her shoes that I think she would like, only because I like them. So I'm showing her Nikes, Jordans, and all that. You know what this little girl said to me? She's only 4.
What's that?
I want the Paw Patrol shoes, the ones that light up.
Yes.
And then I was
that's what I'm talking about.
That's what she said. She was like, I want the ones that light up with the lights on them, because I guess she saw somebody at school who had shoes that lit up and she wanted those.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I got to learn how to grow out of that, of pushing my projections of what looks nice.
You just got to let them be them.
Yes, on a young mind, a young, impressionable mind.
You just have to let them, they're individuals. They got their own style. They have their own things that they're into. We try to take the stuff that we like and put it on their platter and have them eat it and digest it. There are certain things like I said, as far as values and things of that nature, but as far as like, some stuff you just have to let them run with it and let them be their own individual person. Man.
Yeah. So. What type of person would you say you were growing up?
Growing up, I would say I was a bit of a jokester growing up.
For real?
Yeah.
Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Racine, on
Racine.
south side of Racine.
That's what's up.
Yeah, so it was
Dang, south side of Racine, huh?
yeah, it's tight-knit community. Like, everybody knew everybody. Still to this day, I would say the south side is like a fraternity, man. Like, if you grew up in that neighborhood, it's love. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I could go down the block. I could go down the whole run down the whole neighborhood and pretty much tell you who lived in each house in that neighborhood, because that's how close we all were growing up. So yeah, man, that's where I grew up, man. South side of Racine.
So it's safe to say, with you living in Wisconsin, you're Packer fan. I'm over here cussing and stuff like that. My bad.
Oh yeah, I'm a straight up diehard Packer fan. I'm a
man.
Green Bay fan all the way, baby.
But you're at least a Bulls fan too, though, right? With me?
Oh no.
Come on, man.
I'm a Bucks fan. I'm a Packer fan.
A Brewer fan too.
I'm not really as much of a baseball fan, but since they're the home team, that's who I root for.
My God.
So no doubt.
What are some things your Bucks are doing this season right now?
Man, I feel like I'm hoping that they can make a run and bring us another title back home.
Yeah, repeat?
Yeah, I'm hoping they can repeat, man, and bring it in.
Did they get Middleton back yet?
Yeah, Middleton is back. He was out for a couple weeks with like COVID or whatever. So he's back. And I think ever since he's returned, they've been on like a 7-8 game winning streak. I think they just lost their last game, but they went
not to the Pistons, right? Who did they lose to?
No, they didn't lose to the Pistons. They lost. Who did they lose to? It was a mediocre squad too. But Giannis was out.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
I think he like tweaked his leg or something. I can't remember who they played this last game, but they did. They lost their win streak. So.
Man, that East is looking kind of crazy right now, because them
is.
Bulls. The Bulls came up. Man.
I will say this: the Bulls are looking nice.
Mm-hmm.
Bulls looking real good. Bulls looking good. The Heat are looking good too.
The Heat always do that to me, though. They always start off hot, you know what I'm saying? Then they get to the playoffs, and then they get off there and lay an egg, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
that's true. That's true.
That's the only thing I'm worried about.
I don't have faith in Brooklyn this year.
No?
It was a lot of chatter about Brooklyn coming in and just taking it all. Of course, last year, they were strong. They had their big three or whatever.
Yeah.
But this season, it just seemed like they just don't.
I'm
I'm not convinced, man. I'm not convinced. It seems like they're still trying to figure it out.
And they're also still without Kyrie Irving as well, too, because of the COVID.
What you think gonna happen with Kyrie? You think he coming back?
It's hard to say, because it looks like, from what it looks like, they're standing firm on that COVID shot.
Yeah,
I
think so too. They did put their foot down, and they pretty much standing on it.
Yeah.
It's like, look, we ain't gonna play no games. There is no part-time players in the NBA.
Yeah.
Like, because before I think they was just gonna let him do like the away games, and then home games he couldn't play.
Yeah.
But they was like, it's all or nothing. Either you get the shot or you're not playing.
Yeah.
So I can't really knock him for that. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, I can't really knock Kyrie either for standing on his values. You know what I'm saying? It's I would say it's his body, it's his choice. You know what I'm saying? I might have my own beliefs on on if people should be vaccinated or not, and he has his own beliefs. So and he's standing on it. So I can't really knock him for that.
Yeah, I support him for that. Yeah. Not saying I don't think people should or shouldn't.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
But just that he can stand on his own values and go to bat with his corporation that he works for and say, no, I'm standing on this. This is my body. Exactly. I definitely respect that. That's revolutionary. Like,
right.
How often do you see someone at your job who can go to management and say, no, I'm not doing this, and still be there the next day and still get paid and all that?
You're pretty much going to be out of there.
They might escort you up out of there. Huh?
Right. So I do respect him for that. You know what I'm saying?
What do you think it'll come to? Because he's really young. I don't know if he'll retire or what, but...
And it doesn't look like COVID is going away anytime soon either. So with him saying that he's not going to get vaccinated and he's standing on it, and with the league basically saying, look, if you're not going to be well, I'm not going to say the league. It's because it's the restrictions for the actual city that he plays in. He plays in New York. Yeah. So their restrictions are that he has to be vaccinated if he wants to play within that facility. So if he gets traded, if they can, if they could muster out a trade for him to play somewhere else, maybe it could be possible. But I'm pretty sure he got a beast of a contract. So they have to work out maybe something where they can trade a player that has another high value, Ben Simmons. Yeah. I mean, that might be a good look.
No, I definitely could see it fitting.
Yeah, they can maybe work out a trade with Ben. Ben ain't happy in Philly, so maybe they can work out a trade with him.
I never even thought of that. That's crazy that you said that.
Yeah, I mean that's 2 disgruntled players that's on the sideline right now. You know what I'm saying?
Or if push come to shove, send them to Houston as well too, because John Wall's trying to get out of his deal as well too.
John Wall sitting on the sideline. He got a monster contract over there.
He said he's ready to play too. So.
Yeah, he wants to play, so they can send John Wall to Brooklyn and send Kyrie out there. They're both guards. You know what I'm saying? So
and that's another thing about him too as well too. I'm in my mind, I'm 80% sure he wants to play basketball as well too. Kyrie, he just doesn't want to get the shot and be forced to do something that he doesn't want to do. And like I said, you have no choice but to support him, you know. But hey, at the end of the day, it's a business too, you know what I'm saying? So it's like
what was I gonna say? Kyrie, it seems like every season though he has some kind of issue. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and they're gonna start looking at him like he's a head case everywhere he goes. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause it's like, I don't know, man. It's like maybe he should look into something else, retire. Yeah, maybe look into being an owner, or I don't know, something different. Because it's like it's not really working out. I mean, you have the talent, you know, but ever since that split up with LeBron, you know, like things have just like taken their toll.
He kind of took a couple sneak disses at LeBron too.
Yeah,
man.
Threw
a couple shots at him.
Yeah,
you know, so.
He's a heck of a player though. I give him that. He's phenomenal. He one of the greatest handles I've ever seen. You know. And they wouldn't have won that championship without him.
No, not at all. He won that championship
with that big shot.
Yeah, he was definitely the closer in that game. Yeah,
you know he just has the ball on a string when he's out there. You know, so he's the type of player that kids aspire to be now. You know what I'm saying? He has like that Allen Iverson type of wave over the youth as well too. You know, because everyone wants nice handles. They want to be able to cross players over and everything like that as well too.
Yeah, the boy is like a magician with the ball, man.
Yeah,
he's a wizard with that ball out there. So.
Now I know it's a different sport and everything like that, but didn't your guy Aaron Rodgers go through a similar situation about the COVID shot where there may have been ramifications, as your guy Stephen A. Smith said?
Well. My guy Stephen A. Smith, you're going to put him on my plate.
I'll be putting him on everybody, bro.
Oh, man. Well, yeah, he kind of misled the league, you know. I mean, they asked him, was he vaccinated? And basically he said he's been...
immunized, right?
Yeah. Immunized.
Immunized.
Immunized. You know, that thing. You know, so... And he misled the league, you know what I mean? So he kind of put... But internally, you would think they would have known that, though, right? I mean, I'm sure they did know that internally.
But obviously, that's Aaron Rodgers, you know what I'm saying? That's basically the god of the league, you know what I'm saying? Like, what could you really do with him, you know?
Yeah.
What can you really do?
There was the little spat with that. I think there was like 4 other players just recently that just got suspended.
It was 2 from the...
I think Antonio Brown was one of them.
And John Franklin or whatever.
Yeah. And then there was 2 other guys, pretty much for the same reason, just recently. They just had a situation like that.
How does that work, though? Because they got suspended for 3 games, and Aaron Rodgers only got fined.
I don't know what's
$14,000.
I don't know what that's all about.
And I'm not going to take it to race and say, oh, well, they are black and he's white. But it's more about money, because that's a lot of money, $14,000 or however much it was, versus 3 games when you got players who out there want to compete at a high level.
I think Aaron Rodgers, he was suspended 1 game.
Oh, he was?
Yeah,
okay.
I think he was suspended 1 game. But it wasn't 3.
It should have been against the Bears when he was suspended.
I don't know if that was was that the league that?
I think it was the league that came down.
Their teams that actually decided the length of the suspension. Okay, yeah, I don't know what that's about, man, because it should be the same across the board.
But
what's good for one is good for all. I mean, I'm a Packers fan, but what's good for one should be good for all.
We never see that, though. I don't understand why it's like that. And a lot of it has to do with media, too, how the media portray certain situations. Because I'll bring it back to your boy, Stephen A. Kyrie's not out there. He's letting his team down. He let Kevin Durant down. Kevin Durant, they talked. He wanted him out there. He's just an idiot. He doesn't want to play. But then when Stephen A., when it's time to talk about Aaron Rodgers, there may have been ramifications where he believed that he shouldn't have got the shot just yet.
You know what? I think Jay Will called him out on that.
Yeah.
He called him out on that. And I love that for him. Jay Will is like, to me, he's like the realest analyst out there. Like, I respect his opinion because he don't sugarcoat it, and he's totally non-biased. He calls it just like it is. Yeah. So I appreciated him for calling Stephen A. out on that.
It's hard to find that in the media.
It really is. But he calls it like it is. And he like, yo, you called Kyrie out on it. You called them the biggest dummies ever. You called them stupid. You called them everything under the sun. But when Aaron Rodgers did the exact same thing, and you was quiet as a church mouse. When it came to A-Rod, you was quiet as a church mouse. What is that all about?
He was probably pumped up to it in the studio. What? He didn't get the shot. What? I'm about to talk about him. Then the bosses came and they said, shh.
Exactly.
Here's what we want you to say about the Aaron Rodgers situation.
Exactly.
Don't bring your voice above a whisper.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Exactly.
Don't do what you be doing to everybody else.
Do as you're told. That's exactly what happened.
And you know what he said? Yes, a boss.
For real.
Stephen A is something else. But I mean, I get it, though. Like, obviously, he's paid to do that. You know what I'm saying? He's paid to do that.
At least give us the real, man. Because, you know what I'm saying? You up there, you supposed to be representing. You know what I'm saying? Give us the real. And that's what I appreciate about Jay Will.
Mm-hmm.
Rest in peace, Stuart Scott, man.
Stuart Scott,
man, he was the GOAT. You know what I'm saying?
Especially when
you calling or you listening, tune in every week. Line for line. Oh yeah, I'm going line for line.